Hello students. In this bio lecture, we are going to continue with the concept that we have left in the last lecture. We were studying cladogram. Right students? What is cladogram? It is a typical pattern of representing the phylogeny of any organisms. So here you get a pattern in which you get the representation, diagrammatic representation of groups of organisms according to their phylogeny, that is their line of evolution, beginning from their common ancestors. Okay, from the common ancestors, how do these organisms get diversified along the different lines of evolution is represented by a typical branching pattern, and this branching pattern is called as the cladogram, right? In the last lecture, we have seen the cladogram representing the three kingdom system of classification. Yes, do you remember students? In which you have seen the organisms classified into three kingdoms. Yeah, can you just memorize, remember those organisms? The classification tells that from common ancestors, the organisms are classified into three kingdoms as the first kingdom will be the bacteria, the archaea and the eukarya. Okay, now we are going to study who gave the three kingdom system of classification. It was given by Carl. Yes, who gave that system of classification? It was given by Carl Woese in the year 1990. Okay, before that, a five kingdom system of classification was given by R.H.B. Taker. R.H.B. Taker. And here we have a cladogram. Okay, which I have already drawn for you to make it easy and time saving for us and to understand the entire five kingdom system given by R.H.B. Taker. This system of classification was given by R.H.B. Taker in the year 1969. We have already referred to that. Now let us study this cladogram and try and understand the five kingdom system of classification given by R.H.B. Taker. We have to study in detail all these five kingdoms of classification given by R.H.B. Taker with their subclasses, with their divisions and their examples. Okay, so that's a detailed study that we have to do in this chapter. Before that, let us just make ourselves comfortable with this five kingdom system of classification. ही सिस्टीम मध्ये जे काही फाइव किंगडम्स इन्क्लुडेड आहेत त्यांचे बेसिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आपण लक्षात घेऊया सो दॅट इट विल बिकम इझी फॉर अस टू गो फॉर द डिटेल स्टडी ऑफ दिस फाइव किंगडम सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, now here in this cladogram, let us first understand the dividing lines over here. Now here, this is the line of evolution, that is the direction of evolution. Naturally here you will have the primitive organisms, and these primitive organisms have come from some common ancestors. So this is the line of common ancestry. Okay, what are the criterion considered by R.H.B. Taker, who gave this system of classification? Who has given this system? System was given by R.H.B. Taker. When was it given? 1969. So what are the criteria that were used by R.H.B. Taker to classify the organisms into five kingdom? R.H.B. Taker ने कोणते निकष लावले organisms ना classify करण्याचे? The criteria of classification are complexity of the cell, पेशींची जटिलता, किती जटिल ऑर्गनायझेशन पेशींमध्ये आहे, that is the first criteria, complexity of cell. The second criterion is complexity of organism itself, सजीवांची जटिलता, किती जटिल ऑर्गनायझेशन, कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑर्गनायझेशन सजीवांमध्ये आहे, तो निकष म्हणजे complexity of organisms. The next is the mode of nutrition. मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन म्हणजे त्यांची आहार घेण्याची पद्धती, कशा प्रकारे ते आपला आहार घेतात, दॅट इज मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन. And lastly is the ecological role. Actually, it is the lifestyle of organism. Lifestyle doesn't mean whether they are lavishly living in the 3 BHK or 4 BHK. असं ही lifestyle नाही. What is the lifestyle? Lifestyle or ecological role means whether these organisms are the producers in the group, decomposers in the group, or consumers in the group. प्रोड्युसर्स म्हणजे अन्न निर्माण करणारे, डिकम्पोज म्हणजे कुजवणारे, आणि कन्झ्युमर्स म्हणजे ग्रहण करणारे. सो आर दीज प्रोड्युसर्स, डिकम्पोजर्स और कन्झ्युमर्स इन द एंटायर इकॉलॉजिकल सायकल, that is their ecological role or their lifestyle. So these are the 4 criterion used by R.H. Whittaker to give us the 5 kingdom system of classification. Okay, now let us go for firstly the complexity of the cell. पेशींची जटिलता. According to the complexity of the cells, the organisms were divided by R.H. Whittaker into 2 groups. What are the 2 groups? The 2 groups are whether the organisms are prokaryotic or whether these are eukaryotic. Okay. प्रोकॅरियोटिक म्हणजे अस्पष्ट केंद्रकी पेशी असलेले ऑर्गॅनिझम्स इन विच द न्यूक्लियस इज नॉट वेल डेव्हलप्ड, ज्यांच्या सेल्स मध्ये न्यूक्लियस वेल डेव्हलप नाही. ऑल these organisms become prokaryotic like the bacteria. These are prokaryotic organisms. Okay, eukaryotes means those organisms in which the cells have well defined, well developed nucleus. ज्या ऑर्गॅनिझम्स मध्ये, सजीवांमध्ये, पेशींमध्ये सुस्पष्ट केंद्रक असतो की ज्या केंद्रकाभोवती त्याचं स्वतःचं केंद्रक पटल असतं, those organisms are called as eukaryotic organisms. So according to the complexity of the cell, R.H. Whittaker divided the entire living organisms into 2 groups, the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Are you getting it? Next criterion when we consider complexity of the organisms, पूर्ण सजीवाची कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी. आता सजीवाची कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी म्हणजे काय, तर हा सजीव एका पेशीने बनला आहे की अनेक पेशीने बनला आहे. इज द ऑर्गॅनिझम मेड अप ऑफ सिंगल सेल और मल्टिपल सेल? ओके, that becomes the complexity of organisms. Accordingly, the organisms were classified again into 2 groups. These became unicellular. So this is unicellular group. Unicellular eukaryotes, unicellular prokaryotes. And above this comes the multicellular organisms. So from here we have the multicellular organization started. So these all organisms are multicellular. These are unicellular. In unicellular, what is included? Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Monera. In multicellular, what is included? Kingdom Animalia, Kingdom Fungi, and Kingdom Plantae. Are you getting it, students? In unicellular, the organisms in the Kingdom Protista are eukaryotes, but the organisms in Kingdom Monera are prokaryotes. So are you getting this distinction lines, the dividing lines? So these are the 2 kingdoms of unicellular organisms, but this is the kingdom of unicellular eukaryotes, this is the kingdom of unicellular prokaryotes. These are the groups which are eukaryotic organisms. This 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 4 kingdoms are eukaryotic organism kingdoms, but this kingdom Protista is unicellular eukaryotic, whereas kingdom Animalia, kingdom Fungi, and kingdom Plantae are multicellular eukaryotic. Are you getting it, everyone? Okay. Now from the complexity of organisms, we pass on to mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition. In this mode of nutrition, these are the distinction lines. Okay. The organisms that belong to kingdom Plantae are autotrophs. Autotrophs means what? Autotrophs are the organisms which can prepare their own food. Okay, like you know, plants prepare their own food during the process of photosynthesis. वनस्पती ज्या आहेत त्या स्वतःचं अन्न स्वतः तयार करतात प्रकाश संश्लेषण प्रक्रियेने. So they can prepare their own food. So these organisms which we called as plants belonging to kingdom Plantae are therefore called as autotrophs. Auto म्हणजे self, trophic म्हणजे त्यांचं न्यूट्रिशन ते स्वतःच तयार करणार आहेत. So these are autotrophs, स्वयंपोषी. These are autotrophs. Okay, whereas here you have kingdom Fungi and kingdom Animalia as heterotrophs. Heterotrophs are organisms which for their food depend upon other organisms. दुसऱ्यांवर आपल्या अन्नासाठी निर्भर असणारे जे कोणी ऑर्गॅनिझम्स आहेत त्याच्यात आपण पण इन्क्लुडेड आहात. इवन मॅन इज इन्क्लुडेड इन दॅट. दीज ऑर्गॅनिझम्स आर heterotrophs. What are these? Heterotrophs. Now in the heterotrophs, those which we called as fungi are having the mode of absorption heterotrophism. That means extracellular digestion they करतात आणि digested food absorb करून घेतात. So these are heterotrophs which depend upon absorbing the food, whereas those animals, those organisms which belong to kingdom Animalia, we call them as animals, they ingest their food. What do? Ingest their food. They show intracellular digestion. They ingest their food. आपलं उदाहरण जर घेतलं तर आपण अन्न ग्रहण करतो and then it is digested in our digestive system. So what type of heterotrophism we have? Ingestion heterotrophism. What is it? Ingestion heterotrophism. So basically on the mode of nutrition you divide the organisms as autotrophs and heterotrophs. In heterotrophs, whether these are absorption heterotrophs or ingestion heterotrophs, we have two different groups. Kingdom Fungi, heterotrophs showing absorption. Kingdom Animalia, heterotrophs showing ingestion. Are you getting it, students? Okay. Now the last criterion of classification used by R.H. Whitaker is the ecological role. Okay. In the ecological role, the kingdom Plantae, this kingdom, organisms belonging to the kingdom Plantae were grouped as producers. Obviously they are producers. Why are these producers? Because these organisms produce the food that is required by the or used by the other living forms. All the other living forms depend for their food on the organisms of kingdom Plantae. Right? Getting it? मग तुम्ही म्हणाल की नाही आम्ही झाडं खात नाही, आम्ही ॲनिमल्स डायरेक्टली खातो, आम्ही मांसाहारी आहोत, तरी सुद्धा ज्या ॲनिमल्सना आपण मांसाहारासाठी वापरतो दीज आर डिपेंडंट ऑन प्लांट्स फॉर देअर फूड. सो इनडायरेक्टली वी आर ऑल्सो डिपेंडंट ऑन प्लांट्स. सो ऑल द ऑर्गॅनिझम्स इन दिस युनिवर्स, इन दिस लिव्हिंग वर्ल्ड are dependent on these organisms which belong to kingdom Plantae for their food. Therefore the organisms of kingdom Plantae are called as producers. What are they called as? Producers. म्हणजे उत्पादक. Okay. Then we come to kingdom Animalia. All the organisms which belong to kingdom Animalia are consumers. काय ते consumers आहेत, ग्राहक आहेत. We consume the food that is prepared by these producers. Getting it? Now, when the producers as well as the consumers die, their decaying matter, organic matter will be decomposed, decayed by the organisms belonging to kingdom Fungi. So these organisms of kingdom Fungi are called as decomposers. What are they called as? Decomposers. म्हणजेच किंगडम प्लांटी असो किंवा किंगडम ॲनिमेलिया असो या किंगडम्स मधली जे काही ऑर्गॅनिझम्स आहेत त्यांच्या मृत शरीरांचं किंवा नको असलेल्या ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटरचं डिकम्पोजिशन कुजवण्याची प्रक्रिया कोण घडवून आणतात? ऑर्गॅनिझम्स बिलॉंगिंग टू किंगडम फंजाई. सो दीज आर decomposers. Are you getting it? So according to the mode of according to the ecological role, kingdom Animalia, kingdom Plantae are producers, kingdom Animalia are consumers, and organisms of kingdom Fungi are decomposers. Getting it? You have to understand this cladogram very well. Now what you are going to do is your first assignment which you are going to post, show it, upload on the WhatsApp number, mine WhatsApp number, show this cladogram of 5 kingdom system of classification which you should have well drawn in your notebook. That is your assignment and you have to do it. Okay? Understand it well. Understand every line of distinction. Understand the meaning of each of the term used here. The study of the entire 5 kingdom system of classification that you have to do in detail in the latter part of this chapter is going to be easier for you. Are you getting it? Complete the assignment and I want to go through it. Okay? Keep studying till then. Next lecture we are going to first deal with the units of classification and we have to see the different taxa, hierarchy of classification, the different taxa that are used in classification and the scientific names of different organisms. Okay? Till then, revise this part.